The undead are a threat to any life-loving entity, Eltharion included. He sought out the undead pirate at sea, saving many sailors' lives. He would continue on his quest to capture Galbaraz, further preparing his outpost for Grom's invasion. By attacking the Tomb Kings of Numas, he would further diminish them by taking their tomb city, and now he plans his next attacks. His campaign is not yet over. We have a new turn now. Eltharion is still over here, right by Galbaraz. He's been having to recuperate after fighting major battles, but we do have a secured beachhead. In fact, because of our victory, the Tomb Kings are now beginning to struggle. The savage orcs, they are now beginning to conquer many lands. In fact, I might even want them to continue doing so. That only benefits me. We have gained more armor since, and we are stronger for it. Let's go have a look over here at technology. Now, I would like anything that would provide more income for me. Ooh. Here we go. Extravagant murals. 10% more income from entertainment buildings, like plazas and all of that. Or colonnades. Now, let's move on to my other army. She fought one of those Skull Reef battles, and it was very easy. So it was auto-resolved. I fought those many, many times, and they are no longer a challenge. So now, she is recuperating too. I was going to confederate Kothik, but then I took a look at what they're doing. They're doing the goddess's work right now. I mean, they're taking out Norscan factions that I don't want to. I'm hoping that in time they'll get rid of even more corruption. Then I would love to take over. But if they could go after another Norscan faction, that would be great. Oh, Nagaroth, you're actually winning up here too. Now, Krace doesn't like me at all. They also have the Sword of Cain, which means I'll need to spend some points over there trying to get them to calm down. Kalidor, I believe, is fighting Tyrion, so good luck doing that. Here we go. I'll spend 2 of those, and I'm going to give him some gold. I'm trying to ensure there is peace back at home. We have a non-aggression pact, but that is it. Here's a small gift. Now calm down. Other factions like me. Not Kalidor, but Kalidor, they have a foe that I'm friends with. Alright, that should do it for all of them. I'm not worried about my homeland right now. I'm only worried about, naturally, Yvresse, but I'm very busy. I've got things to do. I did pick up that mod that adds in a day and night cycle, which is tremendous. How cool is that, right? For a moment, I was like, why is it getting so dark? That's really cool. I'll have it linked down below if you want to check it out, but it actually looks great. Very thematic. So, I'm going to wait for one more turn. Then we are going to fight a giant quest battle. Then later, I'm going to bring down my other army, and she's going to help me fight a bunch of greenskins. In fact, I should probably bring her down right now because she's nearly done healing up anyway. So come on down. Get on down over here. Because I want to be able to take on more than one army at a time. That means a lot to me to be able to do that. Otherwise, I'll be out here forever. And I've got all that money that I could save. So we are going to save it. Then we'll fight more battles. No, we're going to be able to prepare for Grom's entry. I'll be ready for him. Oh my god. Those Tomb Kings actually went back over to the Shrine of Loec. I can't even believe that. They've got a large army. That's going to be an interesting battle for me. I'll have to wait it out, or even just go back over there to beat them. If they attack me, so be it, but they're very spiteful. They came all the way back over there to come fight me. So she's got to move again. And Eltharion, you're rank 19. A world asunder. Public order goes down. The Mistwalker barrage, that little passive he has that like shoots a few arrows down, that'll have a much lower cooldown, and enemy leadership will go down by 8. Not bad. Then I'll probably focus on more magic for him.
Hark, kinsmen! It is now clear that the weakening of the talisman was not without reason. The medallion's connection to the ancient waystones has revealed a dire fate. This ruinous host of chaos seeks to destroy this waystone and all others that protect Ulthuan. Our proximity to it shall grant us its power, but it also nourishes our foes. The Keepers of the Stones send aid from the mountain pass to the north, But the river will not slow these twisted beings for long. We must hold this position to the last. If we fail, Yvresse will fall, and all Ulthuan will be next. The fate of the Vortex, nay, the entire world, rests on our shoulders.
Chaos is on their way, so we've got a few goals here for right now. Eltharion is going to charge after the enemy leader. Ludred, the lore keeper, has come to the wrong neighborhood. It's too beautiful here for him. Now, Eltharion can only be attacked by either their leader, Ludred, or some marauder horsemen. They will not do a sufficient amount of damage to stop him. And so there they go. We're going to use our Fang Sword and our Horn of Ball. And while that's going on, he's going to use a Cascading Fire Cloak on himself in just a moment. It will not be enough. There it goes. And he used the Flaming Sword of Ruin preemptively over here. That was a waste of magic. I've got my spears on the front lines. Abinell is also leading them. Back over here are my Spire Guards of Tor Yvresse. On my other flank, I've got my Talons and also my Archers who are going to beat them up. And over here on my left flank, we're looking at my Faith Bearers and my Rangers, but they're not going to get too much action done here today. There goes my Arcane Phoenix in case I need his help. But for now, here they come. They're going to charge in while their leader is losing a battle. They have only one way to go, and really, they're slowed down by that water, which is going to allow my archers an ample bit of time to saturate them in arrows. And that alone is going to weaken them so much or break enough of them. Now, there is an enemy reinforcing army on the way right now from over there. They've got a Marauder Chieftain, one Premier Belfiend, and Eltharion is chasing after their leader, using Unleash the Winds, a unique ability for this map. A very high miscast chance. But, of course, you get more of your Winds of Magic power back, but we don't have a lot of magic for him to begin with. I could always use more for Abinell, but he's more of a tank for this current battle. There's our Arcane Phoenix. I'm now bringing it back. I'm trying to not shoot too much at anyone who's engaging my own infantry, because if I do that, there could be way too much friendly fire, but there we go. The battle is happening right now. You can see the myriads of arrows falling into their lines, and many Norsemen will not be going back home. In fact, I do not believe I want any of them to go back home. They are here to stay. That was a good beheading. Here comes my Arcane Phoenix right now. I want to avoid any friendly fire if possible, so I try to carefully aim where I use my Ember Storms. There's one right now. At least dealing some damage to them, especially as they run right through it. I'm hoping to avoid some friendly fire damage if possible. Now, over here, most of their units are broken, but not shattered. Here comes another army. My initial plan was to break that army, then move across the water in order to make army number 2 walk across water again. But then I saw another army coming by. There's a Hell Cannon, which means Eltharion will have to go destroy that Hell Cannon. While that is happening, we've also got to look at a Lord of Change. These are powerful creatures. They are immensely powerful and creepy. But that's on the way too. That means I have only one choice. I have many, but I've chosen one choice. I wish I fought in the light instead, but anyway. We'll be over here on a nice hill. The Hill of Life. And check out that waterfall. Wow. Anyway, back to the battle again. Abinell's going to move out to hold back any reinforcing enemies. That way our men can get into position. Sorry, our elves can get into position. Now let's go look at army number 2. Because what they have is quite important. We're looking at Famir warriors, so we'll need anti-large units to counter them. Over here, more warriors again. We've got warhounds. We're looking at their chieftain. A Belfiend as well. We've got berserkers, plenty of them, and warhounds too. So it's not an entirely balanced army. It's not going to do well. There's also a pathway for some units to move, which is right down over here. They could just move over here and try to flank me. Here comes a group of Marauder Horsemen, but I've got archers who can easily counter them. So over here, I've got my Faith Bearers, all of them, all 3 groups. They'll be waiting on my right flank. I've got my Spearmen in the middle, and I've got my Rangers over here on the left flank. There goes a few volleys. Abinell's having a good time. He's just kind of chilling out. That's what he does. They're trying to damage him. Good luck with that. The Withering is going to debuff him for a little bit, only 30 armor down and 8 leadership down. Ooh, look at that. One penumbral pendulum ripping through my formation. But if they had done it from the width, oh my god, I would have lost a lot more. But they didn't. Now, I've got a reinforcing force on the way now, too. A bunch of flying units, phoenixes, great eagles, 1 archmage, 1 noble. Oh, it's so much good stuff. Now, here comes the charge. I'm just waiting for them. I just need to hold out for a little bit longer because I have reinforcements on the way right now as we speak. And they are going to destroy so many of them. Eltharion was able to get rid of that cannon. We've got a mystifying miasma that's damaging my units right over here. But they're not taking a lot of damage. No, they're not. No, they're not. So now here comes the charge. There's a miscast for Jurgesh. And way over there, as you can see, Eltharion was able to get rid of that freaking Chaos Dwarf little force. Look at that. All dead. No more penile cannon for you. I mean, look at that. Way to compensate. You could have some truck nuts for your chariots, but no, you had to make a giant penis cannon. Ugh. Gross. All right. Let's have a look over here again. That reinforcing army has clashed with my lines. My faith bearers are taking some damage. We have broken there for mere warriors. Back over here, I've used a envelop in mist to avoid anyone trying to target them. And it looks like we've got another spell that's coming up at them. Look at that. Dealing some damage to my units, and I did lose a few faith bearers, but it happens. Now here comes all of the mini flying units. 1 arcane, frost, and fire phoenix. A noble and 1 archmage. All flying too. All coming to help out. That Lord of Change is diving in, and Abinel has not fled. He is not relocated. He is too powerful for that. We've got some Golden Hounds of Gehenna, further damaging my faith bearers, but that's okay. Most of our enemies have since broken. Now it's time for Eltharion to challenge the Lord of Change. He will not be defeated today. No, bird boy, I've got more birds, therefore I win. Bird up, man. Over here, we've got that noble fighting some chaos spawn. There's an arcane phoenix also attacking too, and I've got my rangers moving in to help out. That 1 chieftain is now leaving the battlefield. And so we are pretty much done here. We just need to take out the Lord of Change. That's really it. Let's watch these 2 fight, because I mean, that just feels right, you know. One of the best fights you'll ever see, right? No, not the best, but it's certainly very cool. I love it. Abinel's not leaving. He's like, I don't care how big you are. I've got a great blade. I know what to do with it. So we're about to slay a Lord of Change all together as a team. And it's over. We have won. That Lord of Change has been slain. Let's go home, elves. There's our decisive victory. We did not lose too much, and many came to our aid. I could take replenishment. You know what? I'm going to, because we need to be able to move quickly. There's my Talisman of Hoeth. Now, look at that. I can get high magic. Miscast base chance down by 20%. Winds of Magic Power Reserve up by 20. Winds of Magic cost all down for Hand of Glory. Alright. By only 2, but still. So we are done there. And I've unlocked the Pure Main Company. Oh, I like that a lot. And Rahagra's Pride. 2 new units.
Eltharion.
I don't want to disband what I have, but I think eventually I'm going to replace them. Yeah, I do want to change up my army composition. I might take the time to do that now. I would certainly like to get some more magic, I think. I might even try to redo my skills eventually if I'm able to do that. Because, I mean, I feel like magic is a much bigger part of his own playstyle than I originally had considered. I've got my helm, my fang sword, and my talisman. I've got so much now. Hand of Glory. Now that is a great buffing ability. It's all about those enhancements, you know. Gorgazon. I still need a proper name for that location. Oh, look at that. Look who's fighting over here. They're just all fighting each other. The Blue Vipers are still alive, and they're led by Greebit's Bootlicker. Alright, so now we are going to heal up for like 2 turns. My god, my army upkeep is quite high. That really lets you know how much money I'm currently making from all of my activities. Yeah, plenty of trade. That trade is helping out. No wonder I'm making so much money. I wouldn't be able to have 2 armies if it wasn't for them. Thagan's Errantry, you're fighting a faction that I want to kill too. So you know what? We could be friendly. I won't fight you. I don't want to fight you. All right, 97 turns to go. And I'm going to let her go over here because we've got some Tomb Kings to destroy. We completed more technology. That's a little bit more money for me, but I want even more money than that. So I'm going to come over here to martial law. It'll decrease the upkeep for my spearmen, rangers, and archer units and make it cheaper to recruit them too. I feel like that should be like a tier 1 tech. All right, so I'm over here now. I was able to avoid that storm damage by not waiting there for a turn. I'm 1 turn away from beating up some enemies, some Tomb Kings, which is what I'm looking forward to doing. Now I just need to look around. I can't upgrade any new buildings yet. I could go after Galbaraz now. Oh, they're being beaten up. So sure, I'll do that right now, actually. Oh, they're done for. Yeah, that's it for them. They were doing so well, but now they've been pushed back. I just get to take over. I'm going to occupy. It belongs to me. They didn't have a large army, so I didn't need to really worry about fighting that directly. Goodbye, orc. Now I have it. 5,000 more gold for me. I get 1 supply per turn. My unit capacity plus 5 for my Faith Bearers. I get Skyhawks, Sentinels of Astaro, Spire Guard of Tor Yvresse, and plus 1 to Public Order. Just for conquering that 1 location. That's awesome, man. Okay, now at rank 21, I want some more magic. Magic is needed. I do cast spells from time to time, so let's take that. Shield of Sapphire. I was going to get Lightning Strike and Elven Healing, but I'm going to focus on my combat abilities instead. And over here is Sentinel Abinel. I could make him immortal, but let's play a dangerous game for now. Here we go. A ward save of 10% and a melee defense of plus 8. Dude, eventually, no one's going to hit him. He's going to pull a freaking Neo and just dodge every attack. Abinel is a beast. Okay. So now that we have a new province, we could just leave here. We don't have to stay here. I don't have to fight everything down here if I don't want to, you see. So for now, I'm going to try to, let's see, let's have a look. I don't need to recruit. There isn't any taint here. All right. Let's work on Tribute to the Phoenix King, which is a marginal improvement, but it is still an improvement. All right, Lutheran Sea Guard, I don't need that. We do have a colonnade. Very nice. I'll destroy that for now then. And look at that public order. It's actually incredibly high, and because of that, I'm making a lot of money, or I will be making a lot more money here over time. Growth is up by 15. That's what I need. And we have a decent line of sight. It's not too large, but it's decent. So now I need to find a new target to go after. We've got Spectazuma to the west, Karag Orud over to the south. Okay, so I will need to actually stay here for a little while longer. The desert is going to be a pain to fight through, though. I'm not looking forward to that. But I've got to get over here. If I do that, I get another supply per turn and much more capacity. See, look at that. Ulthuan barely repelled the onset of one Wa at Grom's hands before, and may not survive another. The Paunch may have escaped your clutches after his first attack of Tor Yvresse, but you have received intelligence of the known location of one of his camps, so I should probably go down there. Then I need to maintain 10 public order back over in northern Yvresse, but that has proved to be quite difficult. We have corruption coming in. Creeping corruption. I am not a fan. So we're going to see what we can do about that issue. Kothik is continuing to fight things up there. I hope they continue to do well. Eventually, I will pay for them to join me. I could get another faction to join me. Oh, if it was Tyrion, that would be it, right? I don't know if I want him to join me directly. That would make it way too easy. Now, Krace would also be a really good choice. I know they're not a big fan of me, but
Protector of
that would be great. I could get them first. That would give me the Shrine of Cain. That would expose me to other enemies up north. So I've got a few ideas on what I'm going to do for that. Anyway, let's see. She's one turn away from finally being where she needs to be. Let's end our turn again. Can I help you? You want military access. Yeah, I could do that much. It'll also benefit our diplomatic relations. He's going to be happier with me because he's like, hey, we're getting along. Why not? Oh, boy. I might lose it. Let's try our best to not lose it. We're going in. The Shrine of Loec. The Tomb Kings are on their way. Now, they do outnumber me. Here comes some carrion birds, but they're prime and easy targets to get rid of. You can see how these volleys quickly stop them. Come on, get out of here. It's not bird time. It was never bird time to begin with. Here comes a bunch of their very ornate siege towers. Imagine trying to craft these just on the go. You're like, yep, I don't have much time, so let's get fancy with it. I don't usually see siege towers for Tomb Kings, so that's nearly a new sight for me, I believe. I don't know if I have seen them before. Maybe I have. They look a bit different to me. I don't know. Anyway, here comes a Tomb King. They've got just a bunch of standard infantry, so they're going to hit various portions of the walls. I think it's more important to go over what I'm doing. So I brought out my Eltharion Reavers. They're not going to do much good inside. I thought I would bring them out to really lure off a few enemies, and that way my towers could hit them more. But to also just get some damage in with all of their arrows. They only have so many. And even though they're fighting low-tier units, they're not really able to get too many kills. They're just kind of meant to be a supplemental force that's meant to distract and degrade my foes. Now, while they're doing that, let's have a look over here. I've carefully placed all of my elves at certain locations. Like over here, I've got my spearmen waiting for one tower. I've got my white lions of Crace, who have a lot of weapon strength, and I think they're going to be really effective at taking down a bunch of skeleton warriors. Let's quickly have a look at that real quick, just briefly. We've got 26 armor piercing damage, so whatever armor they have, it's not going to help them too much. Over here, I've got my archers who have light armor. They're attacking another group of infantry. So they're all over here, just attacking what they can. I've got my Lothern Sea Guard over here on the left-hand side. Two groups of them. They're fighting a bunch of skeleton warriors who are landing. They can fight in melee and also still shoot their bows. My white lions are now moving up. I wanted to activate a tower, and I've got one group of spearmen way down over here spread out to activate two towers because I saw that they were beginning to move towards that tower. And beyond that, I just have like other units waiting nearby. I've got one Great Eagle who's charging in. And we can see right now that my Eltharion Reavers are still out there fighting. I probably should have watched them a little bit more, but they're out here on their own. At least getting some volleys in. And even if they don't get kills, I mean, they could indirectly get kills by drawing off a bunch of groups from my walls, allowing me more time to destroy what's over there. Now they're climbing up. Their Tomb King is close by. I've got my Noble who's currently fighting out there. He's just got one destroyed enemy unit. So we're going to see how we're going to play this all out, which so far it's going very well for us. Very, very well for us, in fact. And so while that's going on, we've got our fort towers that are just shooting down on them. And I'm going to do what I can to make sure they're done for with all of my archers. I've got one group of archers over here that'll be hitting these chariots. I don't want them breaking inside. That would just be more trouble for me. Now, my Reavers are still moving. One is taking some damage. They took control of some towers, which means they're going to lose quite a few. And what I did not see initially was that they brought in some Ushabti right on top of my Reavers, which does make sense. That does make sense. So now they're moving away. 38 kills over here, 26 kills. So it wasn't the worst thing in the world. Here's one group that's now falling apart. They're just kind of running around. Which way do I go, George? Which way do I go? I don't know if they know which way to go. Now, Great Eagle, you get to charge back in again. Sure, they have spears, but I've got spearmen. It's funny that we call them spearmen, not spear elves. Spelves? I don't know. All right. Life is like a ride on the freeway. Let's see. We've got some Lothern Sea Guardsmen who are now going to attack those Ushabti or just their skeleton warriors. My Reavers are just going to move away. We don't have to actually fight them. We can just wait them out. Because they degrade and fall apart, just wait them out. It's not a problem. It'll be okay. Got some spearmen over here who are just holding on, using those towers to bother them even further. And I've got my archers, another group of archers, that's moving into position so that we could just eradicate all of their chariots and even their spearmen too. And well over here, I've got my white lions who have over 70 destroyed undead. I say destroyed because they're not living. They're just puppets. That's it. Lothern Sea Guard, they're holding firm. They're fighting well, though they need some help, I think. That Tomb King is challenging my poor Noble, but while my Noble is very talented and very powerful, he's not going to be able to handle a Tomb King. Not on his own. Not like that. Now here are the Lothern Sea Guard who are now shooting down at a group of skeleton warriors. They have over 90 destroyed units now. My white lions over here have nearly 200 kills. They've been fighting a lot of undead. It's actually kind of crazy how long battles last in vanilla now. It's a good thing in my view. Good change. Good change, man. There's that Great Eagle just fighting right in the middle of it. 71 kills. I mean, that's actually really good for a Great Eagle. Rolling out the red carpet, huh? Very fancy. Imagine that. Everyone who walks in has a red carpet. What a beautiful sight, too. The visuals here are wonderful. Imagine walking into a city like that, how magical that would be. I would be shocked by all the foot traffic here, and also just having enough room to walk without having to bump into people every few seconds. That sounds great to me. I like that. So let's go look at these chariots again. They're done. Those skeletons, also done. All destroyed. So we're no longer being threatened over here. I'm not bringing in my Eltharion Reavers. I got some silver helms over here who have shields. I'm going to bring them over later. And let's go look at the wall. They had over 2,600. These white lions have nearly 200 kills. They have nearly wiped out all these groups over here who are now beginning to wither away. Blizzard Sea Guard of 88 kills. My Warden had to pull away from that Tomb King. At least he kept him busy for a very long period of time. And my Lizard Sea Guard have over 100 kills over here. My White Lions are surrounded by so many different units. But it doesn't seem to be stopping them. Attacked in rear or not, they're holding. Yeah, they're doing alright. And over here, we've got more spearmen. They're fighting off 3 groups total. I had to bring out my Great Eagle, who was taking way too much damage. But my Great Eagle got 99 kills. My gates have been destroyed over here. That was pretty interesting in my view. But there were evidently a few skeleton spearmen left, which I actually didn't know about until just now. I actually did not know that. I did not see their little banner. So I just caught that. That's why I love doing, post commentary, because I really get to explain things in great detail, but also I might even catch things I didn't see initially because I'm like having to fight live and all that. But anyway, they're now falling apart. Look at that. A lot of casualties, but our garrison force could do it. I should have had more confidence in my garrison force. That Tomb King is still alive and fighting. Well, here and fighting. That Great Eagle's not coming to go destroy that Tomb King. And these White Lions have over 300 kills now. They're doing okay. Now, for my Spearmen, they have 43 kills. They're not going to get a lot of kills. They have a very low melee attack of only 22. Whereas over here, we have one of 38. That's much higher. 22, 38. Big difference, right? Great Eagle's going to charge back in, but it looks like we've won the battle. That is it. Whew, for all that worry, it worked out. Now we just need to destroy that Tomb King, and we may be gone. Oh, another attack by that Great Eagle. It's over. We have won. I used that Warden's Cage. That's it. That was a close victory, wasn't it?
Take them captive.
Yeah, I'll take replenishment just in case, something else comes by, but that was a good one.
Yvresse's defenses have been increased.
All
again.
right, we did it.
Furthering...
Old man, I don't want to hear from you. And I was able to capture him. Oh, there goes the top knots. So we're at level 2 right now. The mist spread to all owned regions in the Yvresse provinces. Summon the Sentinel, so we have that now. Oath of Replenishment. Okay. And that's going to be what? It replenishes ammunition, gives you a bit of leadership, and more vigor too. Well, he's not here right now. But I am getting 1 supply per turn. Alright. Now I could get her to go sell off and potentially take that other location to the far west. Oh, but she might not be strong enough for that one. I could change it out, let her come down here, and I could let Eltharion go to Spectazuma instead. That might be what I end up doing, just because, fighting down here won't be nearly as difficult, but it will be time consuming because there is a lot of desert climate, and I might need to just charge on through and make it down to where I need to. I might even occupy one location as a little temporary HQ only to replenish a little bit, but I'm not going to actually build up there. I'll lose it and let it get destroyed by rebels or whoever. Yeah, upgrade that. I've got the money to do whatever I want. I can also get 1 Oath Gold mine. The Oath Gold of Galbaraz is the purest gold, mined from the deepest of deeps. Only small deposits exist, usually in remote locations. Look at that. Now we have a Sun Dragon as a garrison, and a lot of gold coming in. Oh, so much gold. Okay, now we should probably have a look at what else I need. It's not a very high-tiered location, so there's only so much I can do here as of right now. I'm not getting any silver helms, really. I have dragons and war lions. It's hard for me to want horses when I've got lions and dragons, man. All right, so I'll take a homestead for now, because more growth means we can build up even faster. I want to build tall. And we're getting more growth. But I need even more than that. Okay. So that looks good to me. We have Gorgazon, we have Galbaraz. 2 great locations. And I love one thing about the elves is that we can just pick what we want. We don't have to build wide. We can build tall, meaning that we could just have a few locations that we truly invest in. All right, so back over here, I've got my Temple of Athelion that I'm currently working on. That will hopefully counteract some of that chaos corruption that is coming in. And look over here, 2 new landmarks. We've got a Spire of the Warden, more public order. Agents and armies will have a very hard time here. And a Tor Yvresse Watchstone, plus 20 to Untainted. My god. You know what? We'll take that. And over here, we'll take the Spire of the Warden, because later we'll get the Warden's Tower and get many other benefits too for the local region. That is going to be a lot of money and a lot of power for us. And let's go down and see what else we can do right now. There's really not too much more. I think I am going to get my Invocation of Baal just to get a new item. I like my items a lot, so let's go work on one. A Reaver Bow, a Jewel of the Dusk for more magic, Amulet of Foresight, or Crown of Authority. You know, I think I'm going to take up right now Jewel of the Dusk. That is a lot of magic to put into a magic-based army.
High magic.
Yeah, see? She's all about it. She's high on magic. Now, that is one Amulet of Foresight. Enchanted item? No. Here we go. It's right over here. You know what? Take that instead. You don't really need a new weapon. Oh, a Druki Hunter. Indeed, you do need that. Enemy agents will have a very hard time at trying to attack her, to bother her, to debilitate her. I'm so glad the Warrior Bane has been changed up a little bit to be a little bit more interesting. A lot of items have been reworked, which, again, I'm very pleased about. All right, that should do it for all of their items. He's dangerous. He's very powerful, too.
Master of high magic.
And what about you, Eltharion?
Eltharion.
It's about time for us to go, I think.
Assign
Yeah.
watchmen all around.
We've got 95 turns, and I've got some more missions to accomplish. Now, what about our prisoner? I'm going to interrogate him, I suppose, or I could just execute him. I do want more supply and influence. You know what? We'll do that.
The
Goodbye.
same fate awaits their
Now I have a
masters.
new upgrade again. There's so much I need to upgrade, so I'm going to try to focus on that much more than I have been lately. More influence. What about over here? Interrogate. If I upgrade it. More blessings. Okay, well, that's fine. It's not like a huge benefit. It's okay. I'll take that.
Swear
Just
that
buff up
you
my
will
units.
defend
Ornate Halls of
Yvresse.
Eldrazi. So now we have another upgrade. He's been killed. I want to get my blessings up to level 3. Man, by the time Grom gets here, I'm going to feel bad for him. He's going to be like, "Whoa!" and just get slapped by all of my towers and walls and friends. And oh, Kalador is gone now. You stood up to Tyrion. Not a good idea. He's actually a blender in elven form. The guy is a monstrosity. I wouldn't fight him myself. I would try to avoid that, actually. Oh, more influence. Heck yeah. That was a lot, too. Okay, so we can see there's another Tomb King army. I'm waiting on her. I'm just going to pass a few turns while I get them to just travel around. I can't leave just yet. Let's get more growth going on over there. Sartosa is still not quite happy, but we're still getting rid of a lot of corruption. 1% per turn. Back at home, there's way too much chaos corruption. I'm hoping in time we can deal with that issue and get rid of it once and for all, because right now there's way too much of it, but I'll try to counteract what I can. I've made a choice over here to bring her with me rather than divide up our forces, which could prolong our campaign. We're going to work together and move down here to the south. Now let's get ready for that. She's going to attack Numas, which is tier 3 with a very small garrison. Her own army's pretty good. I think she'll be okay. Let's move into it anyway. Alright, that is a decently sized army. I am going to want 2 siege towers to land on those walls. I do not want my forces to tire out. And Tor Yvresse, let's get a Warden's Tower. There we go. That's going to be a grand benefit to have for us. And while I'm doing that, I could just move right by her. We'll go after maybe Greed Bits. It depends. Are you fighting Numas? You're not. I wonder if I can get you to, because if you could fight them, and I could pay you to do that, that would weaken them greatly, which benefits me greatly. Darn. I didn't think we could. I was hoping, though. Thagan's Iron Tree is done for. They're about to be destroyed. Numas isn't really that strong. I think we'll be able to handle them. Tyrion is rank 1 in power. The Knights of Caldor have some power. They're not dying. Well, that's good.
That is beneath.
All right, let's try to give them a gift. We're going to try to make things work in our favor. If they're going to be down here, then I've got to learn how to play nice with them as well. Oh, here we go. A promenade for more public order. We're going to build up our Oath Gold mine. And over here, get our estate. So now we have everything that we need. We just need to end our turn. Now, if that other army doesn't come to fight us, then I'll let Eltharion just move on, and I'll let her build up on her own. That way, we can just move just as fast. All right, I know that you want a military alliance. I don't really want that. I might actually confederate with them now before another faction takes them over. Ooh, wow. That's a big one. The balance of power is not in their favor, but holy crap, we're about to have probably the biggest battle we have had yet. I'm going to let the AI control our secondary army and see where that goes. But let's go into battle. It's going to be really interesting. I love having battles where you're just outnumbered. It feels so Warhammer fantasy and just its complete form and essence. Now, before we get into the battle itself, I need to give you an overview of what my plans are. My white lions are going to charge in. I want them on the front lines because, one, they deal a lot of damage, and two, they will be able to avoid enemy archer fire. My own Lothern Sea Guard and archers will target the enemy archers. My spearmen will ward off the other army over here. Eltharion is on his way, so he'll be able to help out in time. My War Lions and my Great Eagle, they'll come over to only one flank right over here, and they're going to help me out. But here comes our charge. Our Archmage and our Noble will charge in together. Now, she does have that trait Incendiary, so I don't really mind her fighting in melee combat, though it'll be even better whenever she has a dragon. In fact, she's going to be bananas strong whenever she has a dragon. But there's our charge. They even have Ushabti and Horsemen. So it's not all fodder units. In fact, it's going to be a very, very challenging battle because of what they have here. We'll see what we can do. Soul Quench will do some damage, but the line of sight on it can be rather wonky. And there's our battle right now. See, my War Lions will attack over here. Eventually, they'll flank them, pull back out, and flank again to deal even more damage. They have over 5,000. They're going to have over 9,000 Tomb Kings on this battlefield right now. And I wasn't really sure what Eltharion was doing over here, but they've gone after some spearmen, already destroying them. I mean, those War Lions alone got 9 kills. Eltharion has over 14 kills now. They have spawned in another unit, a bunch of Ushabti right in the middle of our archers, and that's only our reinforcing army. So they'll be fighting that while I'm fighting really the bulk of their forces, as more reinforcements will be coming in. So let's go look at that real quick. The Nehikaran horsemen are now moving away. We've gotten a lot of kills, but we're not done yet. We've got so much more to fight. They charged in again, and even if you do have spears, a charge will still do considerable damage. They've got Tomb Princes and Kings, and those are hard to kill too. So right now my archers are continuing to just hit right through them. I brought in some spearmen to come help out my White Lions of Crace because, I mean, those numbers are very high. Our Archmage is over here. Eventually we'll have a freaking Soul Quench destroying something, you know. But she's overseeing the battle. She just needs more magic. There's our Great Eagle also attacking, and all of my War Lions over here getting a lot of kills. They'll have to pull back eventually, but they're so strong they can take down a lot of undead warriors like that. Look at that. 89 kills, 57 kills. My Great Eagle has 64 kills. My White Lions here, 128. She has only 1. But now they have more forces moving in, which means it's going to be a freaking circus show. There goes one Soul Quench, at least taking out a pocket of enemies, so she was able to at least issue one spell. Over here is where I'm going to lose a lot more units just due to the fact that they have their leaders fighting there too. That Tomb Prince has 5 kills. My White Lions are still fighting. They were flanked a bit. They had some other units coming to help out, but my archers got them, and my spearmen kept them away. Let's go check on Eltharion, who's fighting way over here. So we actually have 2 battles in one right now. It's a 2-for-1 deal. It's a standard infantry battle. Eltharion is charging in, so is our Arcane Phoenix. I'm not really too worried about losing any of my units. I think they're doing just fine. Eltharion is taking flight, though I wish he would rush over to help me out. That would be great. There is Abenel fighting too, and they are destroying the entire army without losing much time at all. These Rangers have 73 kills. I mean, it's just a bunch of swordsmen and spearmen, so I'm not too worried about them losing that fight or losing anything really important and vital. But that's when I learned that, hey, yeah, they had more coming in. They just keep in freaking sending more and more undead, and it is astounding. They just keep on having more attack us, but I get to hold because I've got to. I can't really pull back. So over here, my War Lions have 150 kills. Over here, 87 kills. My Great Eagle has taken a lot of damage. The Curse of Job has caused it to rampage. One enemy lord is wounded by Eltharion. Warden Ilithar has, wow, 90 kills now. That's actually very impressive. Our Archmage has only 35 kills. In time, she'll have even more, but we're fighting that many units right now. I brought in even more Spearmen. Let's just watch her fight for a minute. She's now trying to use a Soul Quench, which I think was able to destroy a lot of them. Let's check on how many kills she has now to know for sure. 100. Oh, yeah. That took out a lot. It didn't look like a lot because of how many are here still fighting. So now I've moved over my Lothern Sea Guard right over here, and some archers too. They're fighting some Ushabti, but now they can use what's left of their arrows to attack my enemies on their flanks. That is the boniest army I've ever seen in my life. It's too many, man. It's too many. Not a fan. So over here on the other flank, my War Lions partially pulled back. They're going to move back in right now, but I've got my archers and one group of Lothern Sea Guard who are attacking again. They're going to charge into melee because they've got to. My Great Eagle has over 100 kills, and we're just holding back thousands of undead. I love the colors. There's a great contrast here. No, she's fighting in melee. She's very strong. She's able to do that. So you can see what my real technical plan was here. To just take my time to box them in, to use every single arrow that I had to at least get some kills. Like over here, these Storm Riders are now moving into melee because they can fight in melee. They have a weapon strength of 31. They have a melee defense of 58, a melee attack of 31, so they're actually pretty good. They can take on a bunch of these units. Their Tomb Prince has 28 kills. And I've got one group that I had to pull back. Yeah, White Lions over here, and of course, Spearmen. And all the while, Eltharion is not rushing. He is taking his sweet time right now getting over to me while I've been fighting the majority of that army. I mean, just have a look at that. Have a look at that mess. That is a huge army. That is a freaking massive army, in fact. And I've got to be the one fighting it the whole time. That's a nightmare scenario for anyone, right? You can see the Archmage still attacking. She might be using a spell very soon. Another Soul Quench. There we go. Here comes another Soul Quench. I think that one got a lot more kills that time. But that was a crazy bananas battle. And it still is too. It was, but still is. White Lions over here have 169 for kills. The Spearmen are helping hold them back. Our Warden has 145 kills now. She has 242 kills. So, yeah, she's doing all right. It's so crazy seeing one Archmage, one Spellcaster that has such high stats. I mean, look at these two fighting together. Isn't that cool? They eventually made it to each other. And now the entire army is falling apart like frickin' undead dominoes. We have won the battle. We have done it. It is over. All right. My God, that was a battle. Good thing Eltharion did not leave. Of course, he came very late to the main portion of the fight, but hey, that wasn't too bad. We beat them all. I lost 393. My White Lions did a lot of heavy lifting there. 328 kills, 288, 175. I feel like they deserve new names. I don't know what they shall be, but they deserve it. My Lothern Sea Guard did well too, and now they're done. We have done it. I wasn't going to conquer it originally, but here, let's just take it for now. If I want to get rid of it later, I can. Ooh, a Trickster's Helm, a 10% ward save, and a Fear of Aramar, a debuff. So what am I going to do now? Well, you're going to move down to Qatar, I think. They probably, yeah, they do not have a very large army. Let's take it. Now Qatar belongs to me, and we get to occupy it too. Tomb Raider, and we have destroyed their entire faction. Now that was really good. That was a suitable final battle for them too. Hand of Glory, level 2. Tempest. No, we'll take that real quick. I'll get Soul Quench later. The line of sight on it can be rather finicky for it to actually go off. Abinel, you won too, my friend. There we go, 89 melee defense. Good luck hitting him. Good freaking luck.
Master of
All right, new Moss, what do you need? I know you're not cheap. I understand. Here's a homestead. I want you to grow quickly. Here's a plaza for more public order.
Master of high
She is
magic.
level 3, and I'm going to give to her whatever I can do to enhance her spellcasting capabilities. She needs it. And she actually fought pretty well in melee combat, even though she doesn't have her mounts yet. Okay, Warden, you're also getting a lot of melee defense. I mean, I feel like you need that. Yeah, take a ward save instead, because you're going to be in the thick of it more often than not. I actually like my current army composition. It's rather simplistic, but it's able to react well to enemy attacks. I've got a lot of range attacks. I've got anti-large. I'm going to change up Eltharion's build once I'm able to go back home and get some new stuff. But for now, we've done well for that turn. Let's end our current turn and see what we can do. Oh no! Emmerich, why do you own Karag Orud? Shoot! Well, I need someone to go conquer that then. Is he fighting anyone? No. Not really. Not at all. I could try to confederate with him. Okay, that'll have to be the way that we do it then. Now I have more ammo for my range units and more missile strength. I've unlocked the Grey, a Shadow Warrior group.
The Warden.
I think we have done what we needed to do. I could defeat Grom's faction down here, but I kind of need him to lose it or to join me. Alright, I've got a new goal then. Let's go over here and talk to... Where are you at? Knights of Caldor. Here we go. I need him to like me a lot. Let's go over to the Knights of Caldor again.
Well, what is it?
If I get him to join me, I'll get a lot of new land. Alright, you don't want to do that. That's fine. That's okay. Here's a payment of 5,600 gold coins, and let's see here. Oh yeah, he's going to like me a lot more. Good. Kothik has quite a bit of land, and I think I do want their lands now. I wasn't going to get them for a while, but it might be time now. Alright, a new level. Tempest again, Soul Quench. I'll give you Soul Quench. Take that. Did I get all of your unique line abilities? I did. Good, good, good. Alright, Ward of Loec. We will need that because, I mean, come on, he's flying in the air. But I want to give him more magic. He's a spellcaster, so I probably should. And over here, High Enchantress Lydia of Yvresse. What shall I give you? Hand of Glory? Yeah. It's a great buff to have. Why wouldn't I want to use it? Okay. We'll use our invocation of Athelion once more. It's too good to not use. More influence, more everything. I just need it all, man. Alright. So where are we going to attack next if we're not going to go after Karag Orud? I mean, let him do well. I can always confederate with him at a later point. We could go to the Salt Plain. I mean, who are you fighting? You're fighting Loec, the Bowman of Orion.
Maybe we can do a deal.
No, we can't. Last Defenders and Himri. I don't want to fight them. Alright, Krace, would you like to trade? You do? Cool. Alright, they're pretty cool about that. And while that is going on, it's probably time. Oh, you don't want to join me? Well, that's a shame. What if I give you a lot of money? Yep, that worked out. Perfect. Alright, so now I need to organize my newfound lands. We've grown in power. I love that map. Check it out. We got Avalorn. Krace is a minor power. Then Eataine controls so much like Safari. Alright, so you took the lands I do not want. You've got a lot of lore masters. Oh, God. Or sorry, sword masters. And a lot of heroes, too. I can't have all of that out here. Which means I won't be able to hold on to all of it either. Now, if they do have it, I'm hoping they have the buildings to get more. Ooh, look at that. Ancient subterranean palace. More income from ports from all regions in this province. Well, we have 2. And more income from entertainment buildings. And that's for all regions. Oh, yeah. That is great. All right. So we've got some work to do now. We need to go look through all of our lands and see what we need and what we can do with all of it. So Kothik is actually making me a pretty penny. We've got over here a Tower of Mages. Oh, I've been waiting for that one. A tier 3 building. I don't want that over there. Elven Fairground. That is okay. Let's change it up to Rebuild Lost Splendor to save some money. Yeah, build that for me. And what else do we need? That is a Temple of Eltharion. I don't really need that there. I have another one that's being built into Yvresse, right? Yeah. Now, I could get it to its top tier, but I don't really want Phoenix Guard. So instead, I think we'll change it out. Now, handmaidens, I'm not going to use too much of, but I certainly do want at least 1 or 2. Yeah, we'll change it up. I'll destroy that one. It's only tier 3. I need another high tier building for that. I'm hoping that Krace will not join our enemies later. That would be nice. Sorry, not our enemies, our neighbors. I slipped. All right, Troll Ford. I mean, I could try to hold on to these lands. I don't really want to, but I could always try that out. Why not? Yeah, destroy that. Keep the public order buildings. You've got too much right now, okay? Let's get rid of what you have. Plenty of heroes. Do we have another army? We do. It's right over here. Oh, it's a really good army, too. Look at all of the silverin guard. Oh, man. And they're at a decent rank. I wonder. I'm going to let you 2 leave. What level are you? 4. And over here, 5. That's all right. I'm going to get rid of you. All right, that's gone. I want to get rid of those. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of all these over here. I can afford it now. And really, I just wanted to come on down to deliver these troops to the front lines. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have her come on down to deliver some new soldiers because I want the Silverin Guard for Eltharion's army. That's really freaking cool. Okay, for all of these other agents, I don't want them in high corruption lands. That would cause too many issues, but I do want to train them up. So we're going to bring them on down here too. I don't even really want them all. That's a lot. Let's see. There's a noble. I can get a handmaiden. Then again, I should probably check on other things like their traits. If their traits are not that good, then I'm just going to get rid of them. Like for him, what do you have? Conductor? Okay, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, so we'll keep him. We've got another guy over here. What do you have? Emollient? It's all right. I'll take what you have, buddy. I don't think I really want to keep you. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really want you. And what about the other Lord Master? Blade Lord. Oh, crap, dude. Sword Masters of Hoeth are cheaper. White Lions are cheaper. A charge win is for them, too. Yeah, we'll keep him for sure. That's really good as well. So I don't want a third army, but I'm definitely going to use a few more heroes down here. Might add a noble. Well, I've got Lore Masters. They're still pretty good in melee combat, so I'm pretty down with that. What if I had like 3 in one army, all using Spirit Leech constantly on one enemy leader? I would melt anyone. They would all die. it would be great. Yeah, I don't want a third army just yet, but we could certainly do something, man. It's really dark now. All right, let's move. It's time to go. I'm going to let her recuperate here. But his army is the one that I want to rebuild a little bit, so we're going to change it up. Get some more Mistwalkers. That's really what I want. Oh, right, and I can finally move over here and get some other stuff. Let's see. It's for archers, Skyhawks and all. I buffed them all up, so they're looking good now. Yeah, Mistwalkers all upgraded. What about over here? Yep, that's looking good too. Let's rebuild that. Done. Archery range. I really wanted like a Heroes of Might and Magic like backdrop with art where a new building would pop up and replace whatever's there. That would have been much cooler in my view. All right, let's end our turn now. So I can move over to the west. I need some new enemies to fight. We've made a big change to our campaign. We now own Kothik and the Broken Axe. I mean, I could stand there and fight them, but that isn't the main faction I need to fight anyway. I've got over 100 influence, so I can use a lot of it to cause wars amongst other factions. All right, let's have a look over here. That would be Salt Flats for more trade goods, which I need to unlock more technology. So I am going to take that for sure. And I need another really good building. All right, let's have a look at what we can get. We could actually get our Knights of Torgaval here. Gavel here. We could also get, let's see, some chariots. We don't need the shrine. We are getting a Tower of Mages. We could grab dragons. That's more of a Emmerich theme, so I don't think I'm going to grab that here. But I am going to get a Sanctum. Actually, let's upgrade to that Grand Repository. That's awesome. My money is now going up. We could build walls here instead. The other option is, let's see, we could get an Elven Court, which I do not have. So we'll grab that too. I can get rid of my Elven Fairground. I'm not going to do that now. And if I want to, I could have like one army going up north, but it looks like Krace is up north. So we'll let them do it. Let them contend with that. Okay, so we have another location that is growing in power. Now, we're going to want proper stone walls pretty much everywhere. No matter where we go, we probably want proper walls. There goes my money. 3,800 gold over in my core province. We've got 2,100 over in Kothik. Southern Yvresse has a lot. And we're going to wait to get more money to build up more stuff. That's just what we're going to do right now. And Eltharion's ready to move up north, so we're just going to have them meet up north. And I can choose wherever I want to fight. So I'm not going to have you guys watch me like in turns for like 5 to 10 turns to get way over here to the west. I'll just do it on my own, but we'll like stage a new invasion of Lustria. And I think that'll be really cool to do and quite thematic as well. All right, so we're just going to let her just kind of hold things here for now. Or I could just like say screw it and leave. Now, Karuk Orud was burned down, so I'm going to see if I can actually get her over there to say hello. Or she could just go fight Grom, because I thought Emmerich had it under control, but he doesn't. So that changes things up a little bit. Replenishment is slowly going up. It's going to take some time. We're going to need to rename quite a few locations. That's an artisan. You need a watchtower instead. And for all the new heroes, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with all of them yet, but they're going to come on down and level up. They're pretty good, but I hate dealing with like a bunch of new heroes. My Confederation gives me a penalty of -8 to... Okay, no wonder. Yeah, that won't be forever then. That won't stay there forever. But let's begin to move up north. I hate that reef, man. And she's got so much going on. Check out the Silverin Guard, though. I've been wanting these guys to really come join me. They're going to be great to have. They have enchanted armor. Let's go have a quick look at that. Got a lot of characters to name now, too. But enchanted armor. Let's see here. Yeah, magical... Let's see. Let me look one more time. Right. It's just a magic resistance, but 30%, dude. Magic isn't going to phase my linemen anymore. Oh, the Dreadfleet is gone. If I get that, I can become immune to all types of attacks. I wonder if that was Tyrion. Was that Tyrion? It was. Oh, dang it. Now I won't be able to take it. Darn him. All right, hard to hit. Actually, no. Sorry. Replenish troops. That's what we always need. I feel like a very official military force, and I love it so much. Ah, there we go. The Blue Vipers.
The chopper is in my hand.
I know who we're fighting now. The Blue Vipers, yeah. And the Grom faction, I could go fight them too. I think they're a huge issue, so she might have to wage war down here. That means I'm going to have to actually come back then. I wanted him to go rebuild, but that's a pretty big orc army. I think, look, I'll have faith in her. I keep wanting to deny that she's going to do well, but I think she's going to do pretty well. And these two are just going to meet up. Let's just go and take care of things right now. All right, the Badlands are doing okay. What else do we need over here? Well, we could get something really interesting. Let's see. I've got a shrine. I've got an archive. I do not have my smith, which I need for more technologies. So we're going to get that right now to unlock even more technology. I finally have the money and the means to build up a lot of things that I've been wanting. I don't think I can hold on to Albion. I don't think that's going to be possible. I'll try, like, over here, look at what we get. We get city tunnels, so not actually walls, but just city tunnels. So by the time there's a big rebellion, I might just, like, let it all burn down, because that's a lot of time and money that I do not want to spend on lands that are not going to really give me a lot. And Krasis right now, oh my god, they're fighting so many Norskins. Good luck. Vandred, the Winter's Mist. Does he, like, pee in the water? I don't know. I'm not going to question it. But I think that will do it for right now. We have so much to do, everyone. Thank you for watching. Look forward to more very soon. I love this campaign. It is really fun just being able to sell off and do whatever you want, which is very good for the Vortex campaign, I think, more than the Mortal Empires campaign. Sure, I can't come over here to the east, but usually what happens is that you never get to go anywhere else because you're too busy fighting Bretonnia or the Empire and all that. So here, I can actually choose, if I want to come on down here, get highly powered and economically viable islands, and then move over to the west, over to Lustria or wherever I want to. So in my view, that opens you up even more. Anyway, leave a like down below. There shall be more very soon.